Hello and welcome to Editing with My Wife. Now with, I used Grammarly, or whatever. It wasn't Grammarly, it was Language Tool. And so it's going to come out a lot clearer. And I'm the Hooded Philosopher, and I'm here with Cheesy Loops. Before I forget, Cheesy Loops!
Hi!
What's going on?
I got a Neato ball.
She's got something to squish.
I do, I got a squishy ball. Helps.
Me too.
Playing with this helps me not play with my fingers.
Do you want to tell them about the little hat sitting there on the counter?
Look
Just tell them all about it.
I made this hat. It is May's hat. I made it.
And you can see the special shimmer in the ribbon.
Let's see if they
If you
can.
look close enough. It's iridescent.
You can't see it. It's all out of focus.
It's out of focus, isn't it? Oh well.
And then Hooded decided he was going to try his hand at some clay sculpting.
This bad boy and burned it. Oh.
Did you break everything?
Probably. I mean, mine wasn't in any good shape anyway, but yours was pretty solid.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to repaint it because I haven't sealed it yet.
Yeah, and I burned mine. Anyway.
Let's see. Anything break?
Boom. No.
Ooh.
Oh no, not yours.
Pretty.
Oh, paint scraped.
Oh, just on the black though. Then that's okay.
That's easy to paint back over.
That's
Okay. Well, now you see the day of my life and how that stuff happens. Why don't we look at what happening with Malgastiflorian this second time around?
Ooh, is it a Gasty episode?
It's the Malgastiflorian. One of them.
It's a Gasty episode.
There's only two though, unless I do a whole series about it. About.
Well, then I spent all day painting today.
Painting and sculpting, because you also did this. It's not going to show up very well because it's green, but it's Pickle Rick.
I did. I painted and sculpted a Pickle Rick for a friend of ours.
But of course, the green screen is going to get in the way, so.
Yeah, it's not full green.
It should just look like a Rick face just floating around.
If you put it up higher.
No, it really doesn't, though. No, the green isn't right. It's too dark. It's too dark.
Oh, it is too dark. Nice. So you get a little bit of green.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
All right.
All right. Chapter 12. The captain is working.
We can help.
Captain. Malgastiflorian stopped, his face exposing his confusion. Of course, it said, exasperated. I should have known. I just happened to be stopping some 2-bit gangsters named Frick and Zecca from disturbing. He stopped. What is happening here?
What happened at the end of the last chapter?
They came in.
And they sat down and they appeared in another world with some drinks in front of them.
I just happened to be stopping some 2-bit gangsters named Frick and Zecca from distributing.
Or distributing, depending on where you want to, which syllable you want to put the emphasis on. So the idea here is, I should have known. I just happened to be stopping some 2-bit gangsters named Frick and Zecca from distributing. He stopped because he doesn't want to continue.
Well,
It's like, what's the point of talking about the distribution of drugs within a mafia company or whatever this is?
you're missing some quotation marks that it didn't catch, by the way. Yeah, right there. I should have known.
Well, or
Why didn't it put a semicolon?
I don't know, put semicolons everywhere. Who knows why these
And then,
arcane machines do what they do?
Just curious. And then after distributing.
Distributing. Distribute or distribute? Tell
I have
us
an
in the
odd
comments
question for
below.
you. Did you listen to our test?
No. I'm fairly certain it's fine. I checked the microphone before we... I don't know. 1 second, please. Oh, we're being heard.
That's the black razor.
Yes, it's just titled that because that's what I typed.
Oh.
I went and set it for the new pink one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It is kind of quiet, but I can always turn it up in editing.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and continue.
We switched mics around. So
We just wanted to be sure because we listen to the test footage, which if you watch the episode to the end, you see in the end, just to see if our audio is working. It's usually, I think, pretty cute and funny, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for frickin' May to be cute and funny.
He stopped. It would be better if we just didn't discuss what it was. Maybe we can shut down the whole blasting operation tonight. We must hurry. Come get in my car. We can drive there. He drank the rest of his drink in one gulp. Car? Frick repeated the word, not sure what he was saying. Zeka seemed more distracted by the word drive, repeating it with the same confusion. When Malgast Florian finished his drink, he put the glass down. I suggest you try the drink. It's quite scintillating. Zeka tried it, but the bitter look on her face told Frick she wasn't a fan. Frick, however, drank it deeply, pushing through the bitter flavor.
One could say he drank deeply of the beer. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it was from the second book. One of the characters smelled deeply of the soup. Sorry.
And then you're at Walmart today, and just screaming soup down the scoop aisle.
She said, "Where's the bread?" And I pointed to the sign and said, "The soup's right there." Oh my goodness.
Okay, are we ever going to read this chapter?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it drank deeply. It just reminded me of Tresca and smelled deeply of the soup. Go ahead. Which is still in the book. I did not remove it. I think it's a hilarious statement. And it's kind of what happened.
He smelled deeply of the soup.
You know?
Okay. Frick, however, drank it deeply, pushing through the bitter flavor and experiencing a profoundly natural sweetness as a reward. His own dear May would have been very much appreciated.
That's the way it edited me.
Weird. Malgasta Florian scooted out of the booth and urged them to follow. Did it also make you capitalize some of these words, or did it even look at your capitalized words?
It decapitalized things. It capitalized things. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to go ahead and change that so we can just change the way it says it.
Yeah.
It probably just needed to be changed to a different thing entirely.
Yeah. Their clothes had changed. They were wearing well-tailored pinstripe suits. The hat on his head, however, was a rather smart-looking, wide-brimmed sun hat.
Capitalized.
Oh. Okay. I had to think about that for a second. Like, why would it be a sun hat? Then I was thinking, that's what May would wear here. Okay. When they went outside the tavern, things were different. The trees were sparse, and the water was a slave kept in pipes. Everything was made of different kinds of flat stone. There were large windows everywhere. Some had light of the sun coming out of them, even though the moon hung in the sky. Frick noticed this before the giant metal contraption. Malgasta Florian turned around and said, "This is the car." He opened the door and looked at them. No, that won't do. Frick would never wear a hat like that. Zeka, maybe, but Frick would be laughed at. He remembered the last time May said how much she loved him and how much he meant to her.
And then it explains kind of, I don't know why that's confusing.
He remembered the last time May said how much she loved him and how much he meant to her.
And then
I promise I'll be safe, he said. He was taking off the hat and handing it to Zeka.
It was May trying to remind him that she loves him, even though she's not going to be narrating.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of does sit a little bit out of place, but it's supposed to, isn't it?
It just took me a
Okay.
second to process what exactly was happening here.
Okay.
I promise I'll be safe, he said. He was taking off the hat and handing it to Zeka. I'll be sure to keep her safe. It's not like the Mafia knows May is a hat, she said, putting it on. She looked 20 years younger and twice as beautiful. She looked at the tree and asked, "What's a gun?" "It's a weapon. Why do you ask?" Malgasta Florian asked. The tree said, "Gun, duck." A loud bang came from nowhere, shattering the glass in the car window, narrowly missing Malgasta Florian's chest as he quickly moved out of the way. Why couldn't you wait till I read it?
Sorry, go ahead. Because I don't think I can legally use that. That's an actual gang, the Cornbread Gang.
Oh, it's an actual?
Yes.
Like a historical actual?
It was, from what I understand, back in the 70s, they sold weed.
Oh.
And it was in, like, Kentucky or something. It wasn't... And I can Google it again and look it up later, or even, like, after we read it.
You can change it to something that's similar, like the Sourdough Bread Gang.
That's fine.
You'll never get a piece of the Cornbread Gang. You're a dead man, Mal. He leapt into the front seat with a youthful exuberance Zekra had never seen before. After quickly retrieving a small bit of metal and jamming it into the wheel in front of him, it roared like a dragon, said something was going to happen. It roared like a dragon, said something was going to happen. The shriek of a demon moved them rapidly across the stone laid out in front of them.
I'm not sure why it said something was going to happen there. This is the problem with punctuation and grammar. Right here. Go ahead.
Okay. What are you doing? Zekka shouted over the hum of the metal beast they were in. Getting out with extreme haste. It's a horseless carriage with the power of 1,000 horses under its hood. Hood? Frick repeated the question. Malgast Florian pointed to the front of the car, leaving Frick lost. You're probably going to have to fill us in on your plans. Any other... Why can't I say these words? Eccentricities?
Eccentricities, yeah.
Eccentricities of this place. Wise words from a wise woman. Zekka smiled broadly. Your wife is a pleasure, Frick. You should be grateful to have her in your life. Don't you two team up on me, Frick looked annoyed. It was Zekka's favorite disposition. So, Mal, what do we need to know?
Is there a colon there?
What do we need to know? Well, they call you Paul here. Frick is a euphemistic term for a rather pleasant act, often used unkindly. He paused, shrugging. I don't know if I fully understand. I just know your name is Paul. He wasn't looking at them, choosing to pay attention to his task of controlling the Zekka.
Sorry,
is affectionately called Zek, and you are married. Married? Zekka said in disbelief, showing a polite difference to the hat on her head. Frick laughed obnoxiously. Of course we are, aren't we, honey? She smiled a wry smile. No matter how charming and handsome you are, I will not betray my dear friend, she said, kissing his cheek. You know I love my wife, and I have never made advancements toward another woman since we got married. She looked deeply into Zekka's eyes, but he was talking mainly to May. Zekka took off the hat for a moment and whispered, Can she read my mind? Yeah, right there. And then the next line down. I was just about to ask, can you scroll? No, but taking off the hat and whispering has done nothing. She's still there, listening. Zekka apologized, putting the hat back on. So other than it being riddled with weird stuff, this is a fun chapter.
I mean, there was no... I'm wondering about something I just need. Yes, okay. I just wanted to...
You want to make sure the next chapter...
Yeah, that I didn't, like, cut out the last little bit or something.
Yeah. Okay. She looked deeply into Zekka's eyes, but he was mainly talking to May. Well, you could switch. You could switch back now. We're done reading.
No, but taking off the hat and whispering has done nothing. She's still there, listening.
Get your hand away. It's my turn. It's my turn now. Well, you're not listening. Wrong screen.
Yeah.
Wait, let me fix this. Okay, that's better. Alright, now where is the mouse?
You already on it, weren't you? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Alright.
No.
So.
Uh-oh. Try that again. That is really annoying. It just should be he. I think it maybe changed it to she. Like an idiot.
And then at the end of married, put a quote.
That's another thing. I did not understand the quotes at all.
No, it didn't. But that's when we go back in through. No matter how charming and handsome you are, I will not betray my dear
It's
friend.
controlling the vehicle. And then Zekka is affectionately called Zek is another saying he's saying.
Yeah.
So he's, what was it? He was paying attention as he was driving.
Whoa.
Should be the vehicle, not the Zeka. I don't think the Malgastiflorian could control the Zeka.
The car.
Or I could say car, but we all know what a vehicle is. And this is
then car.
No, I can't because this is May speaking. What am I thinking?
The car, and then quotes. There you go. Zeka is affectionately called Zek.
Okay, so we could... Sourdough Gang is fun, but I should probably Google it and make sure that Sourdough Gang doesn't mean something.
Do you need my device?
Yeah, or yeah, you could. Make sure Sourdough Gang doesn't mean anything. I'll take care of the red stuff. And
start working on it.
I'll just type it in there if it works right. I mean, it's not meant to be a serious book. So, I mean, unless I should go with something a little different, Sourdough Gang is funny. It's cute. It's a campy. This is a campy book. I'm going for campy. That's what it is.
Well, I'm getting a lot of stuff like Bread Gang, which is people making bread.
Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not what we're talking about. But
yeah.
Cornbread Gang is the literal term.
So I think it's
gang.
funny that if you did Sourdough Gang, we could pick another bread too.
Brioche.
The Brioche Gang?
No, I mean, it was cornbread because of its location. Maybe it was in Nebraska. I don't remember.
Southwest to Midwest. And they were called Mafia, not Gang.
Well, I mean, it's fine.
Alright, so you could keep it.
No, I don't want to make the connection that way. I don't mind sourdough being similar to cornbread. That's fine. I just don't want to use the direct cornbread name. Like
I
that.
see.
I don't want to infringe on what they had. I don't want to connect to that in particular.
Right, and Kentucky.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the Cornbread Gang, it was the Cornbread Mafia. So, saying Sourdough Gang is just a play on that whole thing.
Okay, so that's actually, I think what I was trying to say was that the roar like a dragon said something was going to happen. So it was just...
Yeah.
And then the shriek of a demon moved them. They can't call it the roar of the engine or the squeal of the tires because they don't know what those things are. So they're just kind of translating it into that mystical...
You think that they know what tires are?
They know what wheels maybe are.
Oh, that's true.
But tires are like rubber, and it's
Yeah.
it's not fantastical enough.
Not
It's
wheels.
more into the magic of probability.
Yeah. No, I get it now. That makes sense.
All right.
You got rid of it. You fixed everything already? Is that what you kind of did? Don't you two team up on me, Frick look annoyed.
I mean, that was cute, wasn't
Zeka's favorite disposition. Colon.
I don't know. It put it there, and honestly, I don't care what the punctuation looks like. I care what the story says. So the other thing that came up, I was kind of surprised that you didn't get, was this.
Okay, so it took me a little bit, but it's
they can't think of it.
Hold on.
Sorry, you're right.
Let me finish. Let me make sure I'm right. May is the one now narrating, and so the water going through the pipes is a slave in the pipes,
and she can see it. Right? She can experience, she can touch in on the water in this other world and know where it is.
Well, you think as the narrator and having a little bit of knowledge, she can see that kind of thing and it'd be a craziness to her.
Because this happens right here. I kept it Zeka for a reason, and I thought I would switch it. Because she's narrating now for Zeka, not for Frick, and she knows it. So I thought maybe keep it at Zeka. Frecka or Zik. What was I saying?
She's narrating for Zeka.
Yeah, so I was just going to leave it at Zeka for that. What do you think?
I think Zeka's fine.
He said Zeka or Frick. It could be Zeka or Zeka or Frick. You see? With a youthful exuberance Zeka or Frick had never seen before. With a youthful exuberance Zeka had never seen before. Is it important to narrate specifically for the person who's listening? Or should she be kind of more broad scoped? Let me know in the comments below.
Keep it that way for now.
For now, it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
And both of them know about Gastaflorian very well, and she's been on Frick's head, and she knows Frick's mind.
I'll be sure to keep her safe. It's not like the Mafia knows May's a hat. How does she know it's the Mafia? Scroll up. Does he say Mafia or gang?
He does. Your gang.
Scroll up some more.
And it could have been I said Cornbread Mafia, decided to switch it to gang.
But she wouldn't know what a Mafia is.
Where are we?
Down 2 lines from the blink. 1.
Oh, from that.
2.
I see.
It's not like anyone knows May is a hat.
Yeah, she
wouldn't know what Mafia was.
You're right. She just leaves it at that.
Yeah. It's not like anyone knows May is a hat. Mm-hmm. Putting it on, she looked 20 years younger and twice as beautiful. Why wouldn't Zeka comment on the compliment May?
She did.
May is paying her what?
Well, no, she couldn't.
Oh.
Because she saw
looked
something
at a
in
tree
the tree
and asked, "What is a gun?" It's a weapon. Why do you ask? The tree said, "Gun, duck."
Actually, this should be quoted too.
Yeah.
But what if?
I know what a duck is. The tree said, "Gun, duck." And then put your quotes around that.
It also didn't like having the sub-quote or whatever that is.
Oh, what do you do?
I hit enter, which is right next to quote.
And then right there. There you go. Alright. Slave kept in the pipes.
So we can just leave that.
The trees were sparse, and the water was a slave kept in pipes. Yeah. It made more sense as I read it. His own dear May would have been very much appreciated.
Appreciative. That's what it is. May would have liked the beer.
So...
And Frick would know that.
May would have enjoyed it.
Moy would have enjoyed it, yeah.
Moy? Did you say Moy?
Moy.
Moy.
Ooh.
It's sadder.
So the drink deeply. Do you think it's...
However...
Because it could just be however pushing through the...
Frick, however, drank it deeply. No, that's fine. Drink it deeply.
Or I could just say drank it. Chugged it. Something like that.
However, would May really say chug?
Not really, no. This is maybe a problem all as a whole.
Captain, Malgastaflorian stopped, his face exposing his confusion. Of course it said. He said.
It was his face. His face exposing his confusion. His face also said. Like that. But I could just change it to he.
Yeah, just change it to he. He said, exasperated. I should have known. I just happened to be stopping some 2-bit gangsters, which both are...
They must have capitalized it.
Yeah. Named Frick and Zeka. You named Frick and Zeka. And they're...
Yeah, he's... So these two are also members of the Cornbread Mafia. Or in this case, the Sourdough Gang. And so he was coming to confront them. And their names were Frick Paul something and Zeka something. And of course, their names are Frick and Zeka, just like before it was May. And it says he just keeps encountering people in his journey. And it's not, they're both there. It's the same situation as before.
Okay, so the Frick and Zeka of this world are who he's capturing, and then...
He went to go meet them at the bar. he went to go meet the people at the bar. That bar is in that bar is in the exact same space time as the tavern. In a different dimension. The table is in the exact right place, and at that moment, when Frick and Zeka sat down, they sat down in the exact place the other two Fricks and Zeka sat, and boom.
Yeah.
So, and they're going to explain in the next chapter why they went into it.
So now they're working with him because they have a different...
Yeah. Because just like May, you get caught up in it. It's like you gotta get into the river, and then ride that river. And then ride that river till you can get off again and go about your business. Yeah. Just like with May. Which I thought was were pretty good too, the way that I'm doing this. I really like the idea of this guy just running around from genre to genre. Just messing around saying the divine arcane about everything.
You still didn't do it. I told you to do it before.
Oh, sorry.
And you still didn't do it. You need to end the quotes. There you go. It would be better if we just...
Oh, and this up here. Is Captain? Like, because where we last left them at the end of the chapter was them sitting there, and the captain was saying, I will bring down the full force of the divine arcane. So he's like threatening in the moment, and then frickin' Zeka came in. Okay, so it should be like this then. Like he's confused. Captain?
Yeah. Car. Frick repeated the word, not sure what he was saying.
Car.
Zeka seemed more distracted by the word drive.
And I get a picture just drive. Like a sword?
Oh. What else was funny in this? The hat on his head was hover. This is a car. He opened the door and looked at them. No, that won't do. Frick would never wear a hat like that.
It's like Malgastafloyan is just now realizing it. They were sitting across from each other in a bar.
Okay, so...
He's busy, you know?
Get rid of the quotes there.
Where?
Right, where... Just delete.
Oh.
And then... There.
Oh, I see. It just got put in the wrong place.
Well, fix that, because that's not proper. There you go. He remembered the last time May said how much he loved him and how much he meant to her. Okay.
So we got that their clothes changed. That was pretty clear.
Their clothes changed.
They're wearing pinstripe suits. 'Tis the season, I guess.
The sun hat would still feel out of place on Zeka.
The sun hat wasn't there.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, the sun hat would still feel out of place on Zeka, but it's a little less
Yes.
out of place on Zeka.
And as you go on, you'll see why it's important. Well, there's a thing that happens, and that is, since the hat is on Zeka, we follow Zeka, not Frick, and Frick and Malgastafloyan go do the mission. So, it might be a little bit of a letdown.
What?
Well, you can't follow Frick without... May can't narrate for Frick when she's not there.
But then why didn't you have Zeka go in?
Because Zeka gets... Something else is going on.
Oh.
Like, I don't want to spoil the story for next chapter.
Okay, if I don't spoil the story, I'm okay with that.
But we will leave it at that. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
We love you all.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Neato.
Hello and welcome to Wifing with My Edit, where we test things. Is the testing for the audio workingest? Why are you going so slow?